Hey guys, welcome to episode number 53 of OG Toys Emoji. Today we're taking a look at Assassin's Creed number 2, Ezio Auditore, and this guy is from Play Arts Kai. They've made a heck of a lot of very impressive video game figures in the past little while, and this figure did come out quite some time ago, but man, he's been buried in the back of my closet in the box. I don't even think I ever took it out until now. And wow, impressive is a word for this figure. What's cool about it, he comes with tons of accessories. Now, these guys aren't known for having tons of accessories. They are known for their absolutely amazing sculpts and detail and articulation. But this guy actually comes with quite a few accessories. And just to show you on the bottom here, you got a very nice looking sword. So you got the sword. You got this weapon here now. This is a kind of a crazy looking weapon. It's like a dagger blade, like a fan blade you'd see, but very cool looking. I'll definitely do some damage to someone. It's got some really nice detail on this part here. It looks very nice. I'll just show you some of that. Really nice paint job on it as well. Even on the handle here at the hilt. Very cool. And then you got a couple extra hands. You got the closed fist. And you have another closed, or actually an open fist to hold on to the sword. And this hand is really cool. It has a metal, kind of like a bracket or gauntlet here that goes around the finger. You can see it's got the leather on the inside, so it's like a metallic glove, like a metal glove. And it looks very nice, and it holds either weapon very securely. There's no chance of this thing popping out. Very well done. It looks fantastic. And another cool little accessory he has is this thing here. Now this, you're probably thinking, what the heck is this? Well, this is the gauntlet that goes onto his wrist, and the blades would extend, or a blade, excuse me, would extend out, and of course he'd assassinate somebody with it. Now here I have that blade, the other version of it, it came with one with a blade extended, and then one without, so you could have the figure posed either way. Another cool little thing, this blade here is actually removable. So this part does come out as well. And he does have these two open hands to show that, in the game, he usually has his hands open when he takes them out. So, just a lot of cool poses, a lot of cool features, and a lot of nice accessories. I'm really impressed with the accessories. It was very well done. And I'll just show you the figure up close in detail. And impressive is definitely the word to say for this guy. I can't believe how nice he looks. You can just take a look. He has all his detailing, especially on the belt. He has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 daggers, 10 throwing knives on his belt here. Unfortunately, they don't come out. That would have been cool if they did, but they don't. But just a lot of great detailing and sculpt. Just fantastic. Look at the detail on these armor, on his chest and up on his shoulder. It's very well done. And then this section here, it's like a leather, and with the hood, it just looks so textured and so well done. It looks fantastic. It definitely looks like cloth. They didn't cheap out. Just put some plastic on there. Very cool looking. Fantastic. You can see his face. Now, you can't really get a good look at his face. The hood does hang quite low. It does have this nice little peak here. Very cool. And you can't get a good look at the entire face, but you can see that he has a bit of a little goatee happening there. And he has a darker complexion as well. You can see a little bit of the eyes, but the hood, unfortunately, doesn't come off. You can't really get a lot of detail into that face. You don't see a lot of it, but wow. Just his costume and the fine detail all over it just looks fantastic. And if you flip him over to the back here, you can just see the ruffles on the cape look so cool. He just has this thrown over his shoulder, and it just looks fantastic. Would have been cool to see this removal like in the Batman figure. We can have a full cape that maybe covers his arm. That would have been kind of neat. But again, this is awesome detailing all over the back shoulder armor here, and up on the top here. It just definitely looks like he's got a thick leather clothing here to protect him. It just looks fantastic. It's such a good job on it. So, as I was saying, this blade here is removable, and it's just one piece that goes right into that plug-in right there. And you can put this one in if you like. I'll try and get this in for you. Can be a little tricky sometimes, but there we go. Perfect. The hands, you know, he does have the extra hands, which are nice, and it comes off very easily too. I'll just show you here. Pop it right off, and let's put the closed fist in, and there you go. No problem. Like, you can even see the ruffles on his shirt here. That is really cool. They did such a good job on this figure. I'm really impressed with it. And I'll show you. This blade here does come off. It just has a little slot right there, and it just pops right into there. This hand is the open hand, armored up hand, and we can take this out, and we can pop in the sword. I'll show you what it looks like with that. And super easy to get in. There you go. So you do have the sword if you want to put that in. And he actually, on his belt here, you can see right down here, maybe not, right in here, he does have a little slot where you could put the sword and keep it in there. But it's definitely tough to get out. But the figure is just very impressive. It is such a good job on it. Now, I have seen a lot of issues with the figure's articulation and just being super loose. Mine is really no issues whatsoever. He's tight, his joints are solid, and we'll run through the articulation right now. Let's pop the sword out here. So, the ball jointed head, you know, it doesn't have a crazy amount of movement. It's a little inhibited and restricted by the hood and this collar. But you can see, not too bad. He does have the ball jointed shoulder. And really, no issues with the shoulder pads interfering with his articulation. And if you check a look at the back here, he does have the cut on the bicep. Now this was a little weird. So he has the ratchet joint here. It looks like he has double jointed elbows, okay? But for some reason, that's as far as it'll go. It looks like this joint would move, but it is just ultra stiff, and I can move it a bit, but that's about as far as it goes. I don't want to snap a figure, it's not worth it to me, but that's as far as it goes, unfortunately. So that's the only issue I saw there. He does have very limited, he doesn't have any chest articulation by the looks of things. He does have waist, he's a 360 on the waist, and of course, ball jointed leg, good range of movement, and those ugly player Kai knees, but double jointed knee, and he has articulation in the ankle. Now it is a little bit restricted because of his boot gauntlet here, all the extra padding and armor on it. It doesn't have a lot of range of motion, but that's it. So there you go, guys. That is Ezio Auditore from Play Art Kai from the Assassin's Creed 2 video game. Of course, there is a new video game, Assassin's Creed 3, coming out, which is a totally different spin on the character and a different timeline. Hopefully we'll see that figure. We got San Diego Comic-Con going on right now, and if you check out some of the internet sites, some of the toy sites, you're going to see some different figures that Player Kai are going to be producing probably this year and early next year. They got the brand new Arkham City Robin, which looks fantastic. And by the looks of things, they didn't have a painted prototype, or it's had an unpainted prototype, excuse me. It looks like it's Frank Miller's Dark Knight. This is a really beefed up Batman. It looks just awesome. Very impressive. They got a lot of cool stuff coming out from Play Arts Kai, so stay tuned for more of those figures coming out. But I just want to show you the scale. Now, we've talked about the scale of these figures before, and unfortunately there's a scale issue with this guy too. Now let's take a look at the God of War, Kratos. So you towers over the Batman, towers over, you know, a couple other guys, but he's in scale with the Devil May Cry figures. And he is tiny compared to Ezio. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand why they can't keep these guys any consistent scale. And then, if you take a look and put them up with Solid Snake, you know, again, we had a bit of a height difference. These two guys are closer in scale. you know, but unfortunately it's just up and down on these guys. Well, the figures are fantastic, don't get me wrong. I love these figures. I'm super happy to have them in my collection, but unfortunately, you know, no scale whatsoever. So it kind of just ranges from, you know, really, really big figures to, you know, medium, normal size to smaller figures. So I wish they would straighten out the Play Arts Kai scale and have one consistent scale for all the figures. But I don't know when we'll see that. But that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked the review. You know, this is definitely one of my favorite video game franchises. Looking really forward to seeing Assassin's Creed 3 come out this October. And rate, comment, subscribe. We got more reviews coming up. We're going to take a look at some Lego, which I haven't done for a while. It's been a bit of a drought in the Lego category, but we're going to do some reviews on some of my favorite sets that I got. And we'll see you guys shortly. Take care.